Good afternoon, traders. It's Bill Baruch with Blue Line Futures, and it's your midday market minute. The Fed releases their minutes at 1 p.m. Central Time. Remember back at the meeting, Fed Chair Powell called slow inflation transitory, meaning he thinks it will pick up later this year. So let's see what the committee has to say about that in the minutes. Now the markets are consolidating. The S&P is facing some overhead resistance. Yesterday's settlements 28.66. Above there's a trend line. We discussed this on the Morning Express. We also have levels for the NASDAQ, but overhead about 1% is a huge one. 7,500, about 75.11. So keep an eye on that area. We need to see both markets get out above those major resistance levels in order to encourage another wave of buying. To the downside, 28.44. Monday's settlement in the S&P is going to be a line in the sand that could encourage more selling. However, there's another technical level of support below there. Check it out in the report. Now, crude oil is also moving lower right now, so you had an EIA report that really showed signs of catching up to a more bearish report from the API last week. What this has done is the failure right now from some of the higher price action we had earlier this week. The price action of crude oil is now near the 200-day moving averages. That's below 61 bucks. We're not down there yet, but keep an eye on that. You want to see the crude oil hold the 200-day moving averages in order to kind of remain in this consolidatory range from just below 61 all the way up to nearly $64. But this is definitely disappointing for the bull case. And then heading into Memorial Weekend, we could see some further pressures at the next week. But if they can hold here, you could maybe see a little buying ahead of the weekend. But one thing to note too is production. Estimated production picked up 100,000 barrels per day. Remember that fell last week's numbers. It came back in there. So crude oil, again, you need to see construction against the 200-day moving average, and continued consolidation may be favorable into Friday ahead of the weekend, but stay cautious there. Now, gold is holding very well. It's not falling further after such a bad week last week. There is some support below, but today's Fed minutes are going to likely move the dial on it. What does the dollar do? The dollar index is near 98, trying to break out. The dollar gets out above there, it's going to pressure gold further. There's some huge levels of support down below with gold. Check them out on the Morning Express. We're here to help with anything on the board. 312-278-0500. That's our number. Give us a call here. We're here to help. You can sign up for a free trial of our research on our website. It's bluelinefutures.com. You can also email us, info@bluelinefutures.com. And then remember, futures trading involves substantial risk of loss. Is not suitable for all investors. Thanks a lot.